Saint Lucia, mama, that's the land of my birth.
Good morning, everyone. It is Friday, 10 a.m., and it is time for Rum Shop Talks. And as you can tell, as my tech person is at his day job, and so we um, yeah, so it's just all right. Hopefully, you guys can hear me. We were having a bit of an audio issue. Um, Again, no tech means audio problems. I'm getting a thumbs up, so it sounds like, we're doing good. All right, we're gonna get started. I'm gonna make you guys a tropical sunrise drink. I loved the way it looked in the glass, and so I'm gonna make that for you guys. We're using a lot of rum, so I won't really be doing much tasting of this because it's gonna have like tons of rum. We're gonna get started. We're gonna build everything in this really tall glass. I think it's gonna just like show the drink really well. First, we need strawberry syrup, and of course my grocery store was kind of out of strawberry syrup, so I made my own this morning. You guys have me doing all sorts of industrious things. So we're gonna start with some crushed ice, which we have here, and then we're gonna add the strawberry syrup, a little bit of water, and the rum. And this lovely recipe did not tell me how much crushed ice we're gonna use, so I'm just gonna eyeball it. So got about 6 ounces of crushed ice in here. We probably won't even use the whole thing. And then we're gonna put 1.5 ounces of the strawberry syrup in with the ice. This is about 1.5 here. Then we're gonna put a 1/2 ounce of water, and I think it's just to kind of dilute the syrup a little bit. So I'm not gonna put as much water because I made this syrup. This is not syrup from the grocery store, so we shouldn't have any problems. And then we're gonna do the spiced rum. I don't have Bounty Spice, so we're gonna be doing Chairman Spice with this, and it's 0.75 ounces of it. This is a 1 ounce shot glass, so we're gonna do about a little less than 1 ounce of it, of the spiced rum in here. Lots and lots of, I think I'm gonna put a little bit more ice in here because it's melted already. There. And so we're gonna actually pour this in the bottom of the glass. It'll be very interesting to see if I can actually build this the way it's supposed to like look. Don't pay attention to me. I think I need the here. Then we've got crushed ice here for our blueberry syrup. And I'm thinking that the next time I'm just gonna scoop it in there. So this is the blueberry syrup, same amount, 1.5 ounces of the blueberry syrup in here. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. A tiny bit of the water. And 1.5 ounce of the Bounty Gold is going to go in, sorry, the Bounty White. Thank you. There. So we're gonna just like gently mix this, and And then we're gonna carefully spoon just the crushed ice in here, because it's supposed to be able to sit on top of there. I think I'm doing it. Yeah, check that out. We are learning, you guys. We're gonna empty out and just rinse it off a little bit because I don't want the colors to be all messy. And then we're gonna do a mango juice with crushed ice now. So we're gonna add our crushed ice in here. There. 1.5 ounces of mango juice. I've got some mango juice in here. I'm just gonna shake that up. So that's gonna be yellow. Love it. And then we are going to do, I just want to put the caps on our drinks here. We don't want to lose our alcohol. The Bounty Gold. That's 0.75 ounces. I'm going to make sure I'm not putting too much alcohol in here. I know, you guys just heard me say that. Not putting too much alcohol in the drink. That's only because we have so much already. And then this one does not require water, and I think it's because the juice is not very thick, just not as thick as the. And then we are gonna scoop our crushed ice, and we're gonna pop that in here. Check it out. There, we've got this really pretty summer drink. I know you guys are like, I want one. So we will be popping the recipe down in the comments below. And as always, use whatever kind of rum you have on hand. And we are gonna go in with a straw and see how it tastes. Good morning, girl. I probably need a longer straw than that to taste all of the flavors, but we'll work with it. Oh, that is so good. It's really good. As you go through, you get the mango and you get the blueberry and the strawberry, and guess what you don't get? You don't get much rum. Hey Leandra, good morning. Which you guys have heard me say before, when you don't taste the rum, that's a dangerous drink, because you guys saw how much rum I poured in there. Anyways, we're gonna set this aside, and then we're gonna jump into our legal portion of the day. And just so you know, I'm going back to this after Rum Shop today. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about amending estate plans. I chose this topic because I have seen a couple of estate plans come into my office lately where clients just go ahead and cross things out and write things in. So I wanted to talk about the proper way of amending an estate plan, and also the effects of the whole cross out method and what that does to the estate plan. So we're going to start with the proper way to get it to amend an estate plan. The improper way, as I already implied, is if you have an estate plan and you want to make changes to it, do not go ahead and just cross out what you want to change and write in a new thing. That's not going to work, okay? So what we typically do in our office is when a client comes in with an estate plan and they want to make changes to it, you basically have to create a separate document. and you basically you take out, you highlight the paragraph you want to change. So if you want to change paragraph 1, you say, I want to change paragraph 1, and here is the language that I want to change paragraph 1 to. Then you have to execute that separate document typically in the same manner as you executed the original document. So if you have a will and you want to make changes to your will, wills need to be witnessed, signed, dated, and witnessed. So your amendment to your will, which is a codicil, needs to be signed, dated, and witnessed as well. Okay? It doesn't have to be the same witnesses. It just needs to be witnessed by someone who's 18 years old and who's not a beneficiary of your estate. Important, right? If you have a trust and you want to make an amendment to the trust, same thing. Start a new document, highlight what paragraphs you want to change, indicate what the new changes will be, the new language. So if you want to change your trustees, you're going to basically say, and you could actually just copy the old language from the old document, but just make the change in there, like I said, in a separate document. And then that you're going to your amendment to your trust, you're going to sign and date. And amendments to trust, typically, because the trust is typically notarized, the amendment to the trust needs to be notarized as well. Powers of attorneys and advance of care directives, if you want to make changes to those, I can tell you guys it is a lot easier to just get a new document done, right? Also, in that same vein, going ahead, if you want to revoke those documents, you cannot just go ahead and cross out the pages of the document and think that that actually equals a revocation. It does not. The revocation has to be done in a separate document that expressly says that you want to revocate this document. So if I have a trust, it's the Jan Meyer Family Trust, dated January 1st, 2002. When I want to revoke that trust, I'm going to execute a separate document that says, I, Jan Meyer, will revoke, or I, Jan Meyer, intend to revoke, or Jan Meyer revokes the Jan Meyer Living Trust dated January 1st, 2002. That's how you're going to revoke the old document. Same thing with a will. I revoke the Jan Meyer, revocable trust and all amendments and for the codicils. You've got to add this language in there. Otherwise, what you've done, if all you've done is went in and just like make big lines on it, is just cause a problem. So what is the problem that you cause by crossing things out in your estate plan or crossing things out on a line? How do we know that you were the one who did it and not another family member? So it causes uncertainty as to who actually did this, right? The second thing it does is it makes, within the uncertainty as well, did this person intend to do this? Like, what is the intention here? What is happening? So did the person invalidate the document? Is another question that we have to ask when you go ahead and cross things out. And so, like I said, the better way to do it is to do a separate document. If a person passes away and we get a document that has X's all over it or crossings all over it, we have to go to the court and petition for a letter of instructions. The whole reason why you have an estate plan often enough, especially if you have a trust, is to stay out of court. And so doing things like just willy-nilly crossing things out in your estate plan actually is one way that you can almost guarantee that we're going to end up in court asking the court for instructions on which language is the language that we should be honoring and executing after you pass away. I also wanted to highlight that if you intend, so you create an estate plan and you've not named your beneficiaries, and if you in the future you intend to change those beneficiaries, again, crossing out that beneficiary's name and adding a new beneficiary does not disinherit that person. All it does is murky the water. So if you want to disinherit someone, meaning that you want to leave someone out of your estate plan for whatever reason, it may sound harsh, but there are actually legit reasons why someone would want to disinherit a family member. And I will actually do a whole Rum Shop on disinheriting and the different reasons why. If you want to disinherit, so we're not going to really go into that here, but if you want to disinherit someone, like I said, don't cross their names out. You have to have a separate document executed that expressly stipulates that I want to disinherit this person. You don't have to tell us why you want to disinherit them, but you have to say, I want to disinherit this person, again, in a separate document. So the whole, like the overarching, like, you know, moral of this very long tale is do not cross out your estate plan, your original estate plans. Do not cross out the sentences. Do not X out paragraphs. Do not X out the whole page. All that does is causes problems. It actually doesn't actually do what you want it to do. It just causes problems. Instead, call your estate plan attorney and say, I want to make changes to my estate plan. And they will help you execute the separate document and add the appropriate language in that separate document and make sure that separate document is executed properly to capture your new wishes. Hope this is helpful. Like I said, I have seen so many documents come into my office, especially in the last couple of, like, you know, during COVID, when people wanted to make changes and they were not able to go to a lawyer. They went ahead and just like X things out. If that was you or your family member, now's the time to have them come in and get a new estate plan done, and redo a restatement or do a new amendment, so that we are making clear what your new wishes are. We thank you for stopping by. We wish you a beautiful Friday. As always, if you have questions about any of this stuff, you can pop your questions in the comments below. I read them after the show. I answer all of your comments and questions. So if you want to like think about it, definitely just pop them there. I will address them. Like I said, have a beautiful Friday. Have a wonderful weekend. And we'll see you guys next week for the next episode of Rum Shop Talk. And I will go back to my drink here. Bye, guys.